Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Diana Lucia Velasco. First of all, let me thank you for coming here today. We will have about 10 minutes for question at final the presentation. Today's topic is a particularly interesting to those who want to leave the country. Could say that Canada is a country that is fashionable. It is the native land of many items, singers and TV stars like Drake and Matthew Perry, Cory Monteith, Selena Dion, and with other celebrities. And it is also the second largest country in the world after Russia. It has the largest number of kilometers of coast of the world, expanding from the um, Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. Is the capital city is Ottawa, and Toronto is the most populous city, and also now has the financial capital. Being one of the most developed countries, is a pioneer in industrial and technology. It has the capacity to be constant in social, culture, education, and economic growth. Canada has a federal parliamentary monarchy government, that is to say, where the power of the country is exercised by a monarch or king partially, and is regulated by the legislative branch, parliament, and the executive branch. In the country, there are three parliaments. The first parliament is crown, which a queen or king. The second is Senate, and the third is the House of Representatives. The crown is represented in Canada by Governor General. The Senate is composed of senators appointed of the recommendation of the Prime Minister, and the House of Representatives is composed of members of Parliament elected by the village each 4 years according to tradition. The Senate and the House of Representatives approve the budget or promote new laws of the country. No bill can be law until it is approved by both cameras and receives the approval of the Crown, that is granted by the General Government. The Cabinet, with the Prime Minister, makes important decisions about who governs the country, that includes in the annual budget and the propositions of new laws. The opposition, with the largest number of members of the House of Representatives, is called the official opposition. Now find in these years 18 and 19, the country had a crisis because of its inability to control its public contents. Due of this crisis, Canada take the decision to create for that the country entered into a great investment with the companies and commerce. That is why nowadays Canada is the seventh country in the world's first economy and occupies the sixth place in the index of human freedom. It can be considered that thanks to the crisis in the country, Canada is defined as a country of competitiveness and integrity. The country is divided into 10 provinces and 3 territories, and between them there is a lot of competition. In the year 2017, signed a free trade agreement for introduce thousands of millions to the economy, The companies had different regulations and they did not operate in only market. Now skills are chroniced between provinces that favor public policy. The anti-robbery in Canada is quite effective, since the country offers excellent conditions for immigrants. It has no exception or abuse. The immigration is a favored point and a source of opportunities for the nation since it coronates from problem of population decline and gives opportunity to people so they can access higher education and thus contribute to the country all its capacities. Also, where there can access job offer and thus increase the country's economy. Cities as Toronto occupies the second place with more economic. Dines in the country had occupied the fourth place filled with the North America series of the futures. And this series has a great influence in the world thanks to its world environment development in the financial sector, infrastructure, young capital, and its reputation. This city has a strategic location to strengthen companies and businesses. In 1994, the North America Free Trade Agreement was signed, giving access to market of 533 million consumers. Similarly, and nowadays, there are big companies like Google that have the favorite place, the city of Toronto, to develop projects. For example, make the smart city of Google, which will be made of the ecological buildings, autonomous transit by rails only, limit the use of electricity in efficiency, and other objectives. According to the Ion Higuent People Rights Index, the people who want to create a company in the country will show undergo only procedures. Toronto is the city with the longest race in the selecting, hiring and moving workers. Science is Consoler's and favorite city thanks to its environmental laws. The quality of management, school and law operating costs has are taxes, listening, public service, transportation and workforce. In this manner, Canada is a country of opportunities for of neighbor people as foreigners. It's so much the support that Canada provides to foreigners that many times offers money exchange for people move to the country. The people have access to free basic education that have the free public health system. They have access to work and study at the same time, and the visa procedures are accessible to people who want to travel to the country. It has been listed as the fifth happiest country in the world for inequality of life and wellness. And thanks to its excellent indicators such as job, income, living place, community, education, work or a personal balance, environment, student participation, and health, and satisfaction with life and security. Furthermore, of all the opportunities offered by the country, Canada has wonderful landscapes such as Niagara Falls, the Northern Lights, the Canadian Rockies that has 5 national parks for outdoor activities, Lake Bayou that is water changes color according to the season of the year, and the Dinosaurs Cemetery is south of Alberta, where fossils often exist and between other wonderful places. And okay, I finally the presentation. I don't know if they have any question.